What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the Indoraptor. Really excited I have this guy in hand, so what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up and out of the packaging, and then we'll go into the rest of the review, so sit tight, everyone. And so here we have the Indoraptor posed and out of the packaging, and I don't know if you can tell this, but he is a massive dinosaur, and I really do like that. Just all this really nice details on it. I do have a few issues with mine, and it is strictly quality control. It does not detract from the rest of the figure. And like I said, I'll go more on that when we go have a better look at the figure. But while we're here, why don't we have a look at his accessories. The Indoraptor only comes with this piece of his tail. There is some assembly required. When you get this out of the packaging, he is missing this last section of his tail. And all you do is plug that in, just make sure that you have the horizontal lines going at the bottom and then the scales at the top. It is keyed, so you don't have to worry about, putting it in the wrong way. But other than that, that's all the Indoraptor comes with. Then again, what would you give a dinosaur as an accessory? So what we're going to do now is move on to the Indoraptor's details, because there's quite a bit here. And so here we have a closer look at the Indoraptor, and you can see Mattel actually did a really good job sculpting this dinosaur. You can see all these really nice scales. Perfectly sculpted, I might add. And it looks really, really nice. You can see he does have red eyes with the little slits. That looks really cool. And he also has like some more red on his eyebrow, or going along there. I really love the plastic that they used for the Indoraptor. It's this really nice, shiny, glossy black. Really does stand out and look like actual scales. On the top right here, we do have these little quills. He is modeled after the Indominus Rex after all, except smaller size. And these are soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about these stabbing anybody. Really loving his jaw, and that is articulated, and they actually sculpted his tongue. My only complaint is I wish they would have put some more paint in his mouth, because as it stands, the roof of his mouth and his tongue, or the roof of his mouth and the bottom of his mouth don't really have any paint. He has paint on the tongue, but that's about it. Teeth are painted fairly well for what they are. And then we have this really beautiful gold line running down the Indoraptor's body. You can see it's just really nice. We have a look at this side, and it's that same gold pattern. Now here I do have one issue with my Indoraptor. I want you to take a really good look at this arm. Notice anything wrong with it? Well, let me actually fix that for you. If we turn his arm around and bend it all the way back, he has better range of articulation going this way. Why? This is actually a left arm. It's not a right arm. You can see if we bend this arm all the way up, it gets the same articulation going this way. And I'm actually wondering if maybe it's all... No, he actually does have the proper forearm, but he has two left arm pieces, which is really unfortunate because this is the only Indoraptor I've ever seen in stores, and he has this quality control issue. Chances are yours doesn't have this issue, but if it does, it is a huge pain because it does limit how far he can bend his elbow. Yeah, he gets better range going back, and we don't really want that. The second point of articulation or quality control that I have is this leg. It is really, really loose, and he cannot stand under his own weight on a flat surface. On my studio, he stands up perfectly fine, but on like a shelf or glass, his leg just slides out from under him, and he loses all traction and he topples over. It is really unfortunate that this happened to mine, but there's really not much I can do about that. Let's have a closer look at his claws, and they're done really well. They are black. I don't know what more they could have done with the Indoraptor's claws, but they do look really nice. And like I said, I'll give credit where credit is due. If this didn't have the hip problem and the two left arms, this would be a really, really nice figure, and I'm still blown away by this particular figure. And it's really hard for me to get him in frame without him messing up my studio. So what I'm going to do now is just get a quick comparison between the Indoraptor and a few figures you might be collecting. And just for size comparison, here we do have the Indoraptor posed next to the Power Rangers Legacy Red Ranger, the DC Universe Hal Jordan, and the new Infinity War Thor, and you can see the Indoraptor is just as tall as each of these guys. In fact, if you really wanted to, the Indoraptor would just tower over these guys. And that's not even him standing fully erect, and you can see the Indoraptor is quite tall here. And I really do love that. In fact, I'm zoomed out all the way and he's not even in frame. Let's actually get these guys off camera so we can go on to the Indoraptor's articulation now. Mattel actually did something I've been wanting and waiting for a really long time, and that's articulated dinosaurs now. The Indoraptor is a good example of steps in the right direction for dinosaur figures. He does have a ball joint in the head which lets him look down, up. He can pivot side to side, and he does rotate left and right. And then we also do get an articulated jaw, which unfortunately it is really soft plastic, but it's okay because you're not really going to be bending his jaw that much. But still really nice that we get this range of movement. He also does have a ball joint right here in the neck, which also helps looking up, helps looking down. He can tilt his head side to side. He can turn right there, so we can get the Indoraptor looking back if we really wanted to. So overall, just really good articulation just here in the neck. He does have ball jointed arms that go out to about that far. They do a full 360. He bends at the elbow, has elbow rotation, he has a hinge in the wrist as well as wrist rotation there, and it actually looks like the peg on mine is coming off. That's really disappointing. I'll have to go in and fix that in a little bit. And it's the same for both arms. Unfortunately, left arm on the right socket does kind of ruin the figure. His hips are on ball joints. It does feel like they're on a ball joint because they do go out, forward, back. In fact, they could rotate all the way if you really wanted to, but yeah, they do feel like a ball joint. He has a knee joint which bends forward about that far, goes back about that far, an ankle hinge that goes back and forward all the way, rotation, although it is kind of like a rocker ankle. The only piece of articulation that he needed would have probably been another ball joint right here just to help stabilize the figure even more. He has nothing in the torso, but like I said, these are steps in the right directions for dinosaur figures. His tail does move side to side, up and down. A little bit of rotation, but it isn't a circle, so don't expect a full rotation there. And then we also do get this, also side to side, up and down. All the range of movement you'd expect for a tail. If it was more segmented, it would get a little more range, but as it stands, it's a really good step in the right direction for dinosaur figures, like I've been saying. But with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a little break, get the Indoraptor pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have the Indoraptor pose for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do love the way this figure came out. Although mine has quality control issues with a left arm where the right arm should be, and a really loose hip joint, I still love the way this figure came out. I am going to try to track down a better version of him. As much as I like him, I am probably going to end up replacing him at some point. But this is still a really great figure, and it steps in the right direction for dinosaur figures. I think we're in a day and age that dinosaur figures need to have some kind of articulation, no action, and this Indoraptor is just a sign of things that should be coming. I was able to track this guy down at Walmart. Now, unfortunately, he was the only one I saw, and there were no others to choose from, so I had to pick him up. If you can get this guy, don't pass up on him. He's still a really great figure, and chances are yours is not going to have the same issues mine has. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other video and action figure videos. Hopefully you enjoy them. And as always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.